Hey guys, it's Bill Kennedy with W. Leon Artistry, and we are here with part 2 of our eye tutorial where we take a sketch and turn it into this completed piece of artwork. If you're new to our channel, we're all about helping people grow and learn how to make explosive, beautiful artworks. And if that's what you're interested in, you can get started by subscribing below. Anyway, we're going to get right to it. Not going to keep you guys waiting.
Alright guys, this is why I like transfer paper for things like this, is it's very easy for me to line up and re-register at any given time in my painting. So what you can see here is I took some graphite paper underneath my tracing paper that I put my original sketch on, and I was able to put in where I want my highlights to go and drew out what I want exactly inside the iris. I'm going to start out with a very light lime green. It's actually a mixture of moss green and yellow, which is very high in vibrancy, or the correct term for that would be chroma. It is much better to mix your colors more vibrant than it is to mix your colors less vibrant. So if you're going to err, you want to err on the side of actual more vibrancy, because you'll be able to take that vibrancy away at any given time. And actually I will do that later in this painting. You'll be able to see me do that. So I'm going to put my rough general textures in here as I go. And the striations in the eyeball, I am going to not be working just straight up and down. I'm working kind of in a crisscross motion when I get to that part. You're going to see that in just a second. I will be crisscrossing those lines. The iris is always darker on the outside. Also, you're going to notice I'm going to take that green and I'm going to move it into the eyeball, into the white of the eyeball just a little bit. That's intentional, not a mistake. The reflection from the green of the eye moves into the white of the eye just a little bit on that upper left-hand side of the picture as you're looking at it. It's going to be darker, shadowed underneath the eyelashes and underneath the eyelid. There's always a shadow underneath on top of that line. Then I'm going to come through and start with my erasing layer. I'm using actually a fiberglass pen right there. I'm just putting some additions to the striations in here, and I'm going to bring back out my highlights. It's important to notice what you're trying to achieve, and we're going to go through that in just a moment and explain what you're actually looking at inside the picture, which would make it easier to achieve the effect you want if you know what that actual effect is. That way you can create effects on your own without necessarily having a reference, or being able to correct things that you can't pick up in a reference photo. If you have a poor reference photo, you could always add in things if you understand exactly what's happening inside a picture.
Alright guys, full stop here for a second. I want to kind of explain what's going on with the iris of the eye. And these white spots, these really light spots, are where the light is bouncing off and reflecting off. And when you get in spots like this, what you have is reflection of the elements around you. So what this would probably represent, in what I'm trying to achieve, is the appearance that you have light filtering in through a tree and tree branches to create that texture that's right there. And that way you have light that's bouncing off and darks, because anywhere that light is not hitting it, it's going to show the actual true color of the iris. Anywhere that light is hitting it, it's going to be lighter shade. And then of course anywhere there's a shadow on the eyeball itself is going to be even darker. And that breaks down how your iris lays out. And your iris has the natural darkness around the outer edge, striations inside it, and then the pupil inside is always dark. And that pupil is actually, it's kind of like a hole there, so it rolls down and gets darker into the inside and then gently blends out from there.
Alright guys, so I'm going to take a brighter and slightly darker green and put just a little bit in the right hand side of that, and that goes along with that hole where I was talking about simulating branches on the right hand side going in and out of those shadows and highlights. And then I'm going to knock back that just a little bit with some textures. Now I am taking my green and I have darkened it just a little bit by adding just a little bit of red, which will allow it to get to a darker shade but without losing all of its vibrancy. I'm going to continue to work in that kind of crisscross pattern that we talked about earlier and shade in on the outer edges. Alright guys, so I'm using my texture effects stencil to continue to create that illusion of leafy textures in the right hand side of the picture. And then when I create some of those, I'm using a darker mix of green, and that's by desaturating with a little bit of red. Notice that I'm adding the color around, and that I will continue to pick back out at my highlights as I need to, and may even create a few more striations within the eyeball as we go. And notice I'm constantly, my color I'm creating striations, and then with taking back out. Notice that I continued that highlight from the eyeball, from the white of the eyeball, in to match what's going across the iris of the eyeball, because the eye is all round, so the highlights would follow along the same pattern. What you're seeing on the top is where the illusion of the shadow underneath the eyelashes. Remember, when the eyelashes at the center of that eye they're going to come pointing out directly at you, and what happens is, because of that, them being out further, they create a shadow onto the eyeball. So those lines are mostly up and down with a little bit of curving to them, and that is creating the illusion of the eyelashes being above and creating that shadow. That shadow will make it look like there are eyelashes. And you'll notice when we put the eyelashes in later, the eyelashes are almost completely devoid of any work directly over the top where they're coming straight at you. So we're continuing on with our darker green mix. As you can see, it's a very dark mix, muddy, and it's almost a brown. And we're working in very gentle layers, so we're constantly, adding, but notice that we're working really gently. I'm also going to take that mix and work across the top to continue to create the illusion of a shadow, because of the cast shadow underneath the eyelashes and from the eyelid, which is sticking out further than the eyeball. And we're just going to continue to work them down and continue to create that illusion that we need. And that will carry over, that shadow will carry over eventually all the way into the white of the eyeballs as well. As you can see on the top how dirty that color is. But when mixed with the other greens, it comes more of a hazel and olive green than when we're sticking on white itself.
All right, guys, we appreciate y'all stopping by. That is going to conclude part 2. If you're not subscribed to the channel or you're not rung the notification bell, remember you got to do so that you can find the rest of these videos. I'll have part 3 out just as fast as I can get that done editing, and I believe there's going to be 4 parts to this entire video. But anyway, we appreciate y'all stopping by, and I will see you on part 3. Bye.